Session. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Annado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The only Guru of three religions, Traitatira originator, sensational writer, the author of more than 100 divine holy scriptures, Hindu virtue donor, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. So, we are in the Sankhya Yogam chapter. Last week we learnt about the 47th Shlokam in Sankhya Yogam. The Shlokam says about कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भू मा ते संगोस्वकर्मणि. So what God said over here is, so you have the authority to earn the karma, but you don't have any authority to do activities or actions or tasks. And also you should not want the karma phalas, that means the fruits of the actions. And also you should not become the reason for the sin and merit which are the fruits of karma or action. Because of that you are going to get the happiness and sorrow. So you should not become the reason for happiness and sorrow, since the karma you are earning, that includes sin and merit, so which makes you get happiness and sorrow. And also God said that you should not stop doing the task thinking that you may get karma or you may earn karma. That's what God said. And also in this sloka we came to know that there are two types of methods exists in that. One way, again you are going into the nature. Another way is merging with the God and becoming the God, merging with the absolute soul. When you want the fruits of karma, what happens then? Again you will, it becomes the bond of birth. So it becomes the bond for you. Because of that you have to get again birth. So it makes you bond. You have to so when you are getting that when you are wanting the fruits of karma. So another way where you don't want the fruits of karma, just you do the tasks and you won't become the reason for the happiness and sorrow. Then what happens? You are avoiding the totally karma. So that is the absolute soul path. So these are the two things we came to know in the last week in 47th Shlokam. So if you have any doubts you can ask or comment in the YouTube. So otherwise we'll move forward and learn about the 48th Shlokam. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. So this Shlokam talks about karma yogam. Karma yogam is the one way which can avoid the karma, fruits of action. So what God is saying over here is, you should have the focus on the work. You should not have any focus on the win and loss, profit and loss, the profit and loss. And you should have the equal focus on the good works and bad works both. If you do like that, then it is called yoga nishta. You will be in the yoga nishta. Yoga nishta means you are in the karma yogam. So you must do this way. You must do the task this way. So if you have the equality between profit and loss, that is called unification. That is called karma yogam. So somebody may think that if somebody can see profit and loss equally, if it becomes the karma yogam, then everybody can easily practice that or follow that. Everybody can do practice, follow that one, right? But it's not so easy what we talk. So in order to do that, you should know the entire process, how the karma is coming into the action. So whenever you know the complete details of action, how it is happening from the source, so then only you will come to know how the actions are happening, and then only you can have uh, equality among the profit and loss. So you will not have any focus on the profit and losses over there. If not that, what happens? So you may think that profit and loss are not one and the same. We need to think, and then you are going to earn the karma. That is why in the Shlokam itself, Bhagavan said that Sangam Tyaktva. Sangam Tyaktva. Sangam means um, merge with or unite with. Unite with. So Sangam Tyaktva means you should not unite. So you should separate from that. From which one you should not unite. So if we want that answer, we need to go inside the body and know how many parts are there. In our body there are 25 parts. In 25 parts, the ego is one of the internal organ inside the invisible body. So that internal organ is the one the mortal soul should not unite with, that should not listen to that. So when he unite with that, when he listens to that, what happens? It will deviate simply him, and then the mortal soul is going to earn new karma. So when you separate from that, when you don't unite with that, when you don't listen to that, what happens? It becomes yogam. It becomes unification. That is called karma yogam. So that is why in the Shlokam itself he said, Sangam Tyaktva. That means you should not mix with the ego. Kuru Karmani. That means do the task whichever are enforced by the karma. Karma enforces, right? Karma enforces the task. So those tasks you should do. So that's why when you do in that way, that is called yogastaha. Yogastaha means we can say you are doing the yogam, karma yogam. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. Let's move on to the next Shlokam. दूरेण ह्यपरं कर्म बुद्धि योगा धनंजय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्य कृपणाः फलहेतवः. This slokam is also talking about the karma yogam. Bhagavan is saying about karma yogam in this slokam also. So what he is saying is, the karma yogam is the one which will destroy your karma. The process of earning the karma is the one which makes you go downstage. So one, it makes you go to upper stage. Another one, it makes you go downstage. So there is a bigger difference between the one which makes you go higher level and which makes you go lower level. So what he is saying, so because of this, you should opt for the one which will make you go to the higher level. That is karma yogam itself. So as long as you are earning the karma, it becomes bond for you. That bond, what it makes you get again birth. and again you need to experience all the karma whatever you earned. So it makes you bonds for your birth. So because of that, you will be in the lower level always, because you are keep on earning the karma. You need to experience that, so you have to born again and again, again and again. That makes you go lower level itself. So instead of that, there is a higher level position where you can achieve it by following the karma yogam. By following the karma yogam, the karma yogam is the one which will destroy your karma. When karma is destroyed gradually, when karma when karma becomes zero, you will attain the liberation itself. So uh, so God clearly saying here to us is the one, the process which it makes you go lower level. You should avoid that and opt the process which is called karma yogam. When you follow that one, you will go to the higher stage. So that is the explanation about this slokam. So if you have any doubts, you can ask here. So let us move on to the next slokam. बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम. So Bhagavan is also saying, uh, Bhagavan is saying about karma yogam also in the 50th slokam, and he is talking about the one who follows the karma yogam, what he is going to achieve in this slokam. So the one who is following the karma yogam, who is doing the karma yogam, what happens to him? So what he does, he is going to destroy the sin and merits both. So what he is saying here to us is, whenever you are performing the task, that time you should not get the new karma out of that. You should have the skill in such a way you can easily avoid the future karma. There he is saying that is called karma yogam here. So the absolute soul, the God, the Paramatma, he gave us two yogams or dharmas, we can say, two righteousness ways. So those are called Brahma Yogam and Karma Yogam both. So here he is talking about the Karma Yogam. Some people may think that there might be so many restrictions and conditions in following the Karma Yogam itself, and there might be some practice for that. Actually, there is no practice for the Karma Yogam itself. There is the only process to follow it. So you just follow the Karma Yogam, that's it. So what he is saying here is, so let it be any task is happening from your body. Don't think about, is it a good task? Is it a bad task? Am I going to get sin? Am I going to merit? You should not put focus on such kind of things. You should keep focus on the task. When you have that focus on the task, and when you don't listen to the ego, what happens? So it becomes a karmasu kaushalam. That means the skill. That means the skill of doing the task in such a way that you don't earn any karma. So there are no conditions. There is nothing. Um, there is nothing. Just following the karma yogam. Do all the tasks and avoid the future karma. That is what the karmasu kaushala means. So whenever somebody does the things, he is called karma yogi, and he is going to destroy the uh, sin and merits. Because of the sin and merits, you are getting the happiness and sorrow in your life. You are going to avoid those tasks. Even the tasks are reason what you earned the karma. So God is saying you should have the skill. The skill is how to avoid the karma. So you know how to avoid the karma. So you should not show ego in the task so that you don't get the karma. When you are doing the task, you should not show ego in the task, then it becomes the karma yogam. The important note over here is many people taught that you should do good task and you should avoid bad task. But Bhagavad Gita, what it says always is, so don't show difference between good task and bad task. You are not able to do any task because you are unable to do that one. You are the mortal soul, so you are surrounded by buddhi, chittam, ahankara, all these things. So you are surrounded by intellect, decider, and the ego. You don't have any organs to do the task. You don't have any capacity to do anything. Only thing you can do is you will experience only happiness and sorrow out of the task what is happening. So so it's not in your hand that you can do only good task or you can do only bad task or something like that. The tasks anyway happen based on your karma. Whenever that karma brings good work, if your karma in the right moment is the good karma, then you will do good task. If it is bad karma, you will do bad task only. That's not even in your hand. The only thing in your hand is you have authority to earn karma. So there you can decide whether you want that fruits of action or not. So if you don't want fruits of action, then it becomes karma yogam itself. So when you don't accept the fruits of karma, fruits of action, then you are not getting the future karma. So there is no one who can avoid the tasks, because karma will enforce the tasks to happen, that nobody is going to restrict that. The only thing you can restrict is future karma. That is by not showing ego in the task. So when you do that, you are not going to earn any karma. So the main reason for tasks is the karma only. Karma is like a seed kind of thing. When you remove that seed, when you destroy that seed of karma itself, then you are free from the karma itself, and you will become the and you will be called as karma yogi. That is the process which you followed is called karma yoga. So you need to have the equal um focus. You need to have the equal focus on the tasks, if it is good task or if it is bad task, whatever it may be, and you should have the skill to avoid the karma. Then only it becomes the karma yogam. If you have any doubts, you can ask. So otherwise we'll continue the next slokam. कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम्. Here what he is saying about the knowers of the wisdom, they will avoid the fruits of karma, and they, because of that, they don't get bonds of new birth. Then they will attain the liberation. So the knowers of the wisdom are gnanis who are practicing the karma yogam. So they will avoid the happiness and sorrow, profits and losses, Those are the those are out of fruits of karma which you earned in your last birth, that is coming into action in this birth. With that action there is always fruits of karma associated with that one, and because of that task, so you are going under happiness and sorrow kind of things you are experiencing over there. So what they will do, they follow the karma yogam. When they follow the karma yogam, so they will not get any future karma. So they are avoiding the future karma. When there is a future karma, what it is becoming, it is becoming the bonds of birth bond. The So there is a bond. Because of that bonding, so you are going to get the birth. It becomes the bond of birth. So it makes you go into the bonds of birth itself. So when you can avoid that accumulated karma, then you will merge with the absolute soul. Here there is a note. Some people may think that uh, there is no sanchita karma, or the accumulated karma. uh, he did not speak about accumulated karma here. Before that, you need to know one thing. So what is initiative karma? Then you need to know three kinds of karma. One is initiative karma, another one is future karma, another one is accumulated karma. The initiative karma is the one which is in force in our life. From the birth to the death, whatever the karma is in force is called the initiative karma. So when tasks are happening, out of that task, whatever the fruits of tasks are fruits of actions, which are called sin or merits, whichever we earn by showing ego, is called the future karma. So that future karma will stay there as a future karma for 69 years, 5 months, 10 days, which becomes 108 seconds time. After that, this future karma will merge into the accumulated karma. It transform into the accumulated karma. So as long as you are earning the future karma, that is becoming accumulated karma. When you die, after that, what God will do, will take out some portion of the karma out of the accumulated karma as a initiative karma. As an initiative karma, that initiative karma will come into force into you for the next birth. So here, um, the karmajam in the Shlokam means, karmajam means initiative karma. So initiative karma, because you have the karma still, so it is becoming bond for you, so you are taking birth. Okay, so that is called karmajam. So the karmajam is coming out of the accumulated karma. Since there is an accumulated karma, from accumulated karma some portion is taken as initiative karma, which is called karmajam. And here Janma bandham, he says about Janma bandham means the future karma. Because when you are showing ego in the task, you are getting the future karma. As long as you are earning the future karma, you cannot avoid your future births. So that is becoming a bond for you. That is why, so whenever you become the yogi, what you will do, you will destroy the future karma. When you destroy the future karma, there is no bond for you to take new birth. So it will avoid you taking birth again. So then what happens when you keep on doing that, when you keep on following the karma yoga, after some births, what happens? All your entire karma gets destroyed totally. Then it becomes zero. When your karma completely becomes zero, then you will attain absolute soul. So If you have any doubts, you can ask here. So, if not, let us do Mangala Prarthana and end the session. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadrupaya Mangalam. Prabodharpanam to all.